Risa TV presents in 3, 2, 1, Dateline Schools with your host, Terry Harrington.
All this week on Dateline Schools, we've been down at Algonac Community Schools as we had the opportunity to meet their new superintendent, Dr. John Stryker. And John, you've given us some great things of what's going on here in Algonac, but let's kind of broaden it a little bit. Where do you see education heading in this country, and are we on the right direction, do you think?
Well, you know, it's hard not to grin when I'm asked that question because my dad was a high school principal, and towards the end, he was so critical of government programs and bureaucracy that I would always be like, Dad, you need to get out, you're a bitter old man, and you know, you need to just get out and let us young guys come in. And you know, I see where my dad was coming from now. Of course, that's how wisdom works, and I've turned into my dad basically. But really, where I see education now, there's just a lot of levels of bureaucracy and ongoing changes and a lot of government involvement from D.C. and from Lansing. And so, and it's not personal for Washington, D.C., and it's not personal at Lansing like it is here at home. And so what I'm seeing in education is an ongoing changes and so on that make it tough for us to focus on what we should be focusing on. And what we should be focusing on are the young people. And so a lot of what we're doing at Algonac, you know, under my leadership is, again, understanding that student achievement is that academic piece that government is going to be all over the place with. Every year it's something different and so on. You know, so we'll adjust to what the government does there and what we need to do as far as implementing curriculum. What we're going to focus at in our school district, though, is those other pieces of student achievement, and that is the life skills and the sense of community. And so in our school district, we're going to focus on that relationship, as I mentioned, with the young people. Like I'm personally meeting with the senior class a couple times a month and going through a book, read, and getting to know them. But we're going to focus on that relationship with the kids, the students, teaching them life skills that will help them daily, and then how to take those life skills into the bigger community and for the greater good of the community with themselves and with the rest of the community. And so where I see government going and where I see education going and where I would like to steer it back to, at least for our school community, are two different things. But, you know, we'll make it come together.
And I guess just stay tuned and let's see what happens here in Algonac, right?
That's right. You can see I'm very passionate about that, and my dad's name's Maury, so anyone can call me Maury when I start going off on these rants, you know, and so on. But I'm very passionate about you know, the difference of where I see things going and where I think they should as we look at young people.
For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harrington. Dateline Schools is a production of St. Clair County, Risa.